Princess Diana always tried to give her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, as normal of a life as she could. Dawn the People's Princess, it's not surprising to hear that Princess Di was one of the most down-to-earth royals in British history. Still, many would be surprised to discover that Princess Diana was so down-to-earth, one of her favorite places when in London was actually the fast food chain McDonald's. Her and her sons would have very American-inspired Saturday nights that included watching Blind Date and eating Happy Meals, and quite possibly the long-forgotten McPizza. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Duchess LA News Daily, brought to you by DuchessLA.com. Despite the glitz and glamour, being a member of the British royal family is no easy feat. Even marrying into the royal family requires that one follows certain rules, expectations, traditions, and customs, no matter how stringent and a bit bizarre. For example, according to the Royal Marriages Act of 1772, royal descendants must get the Queen's approval before proposing marriage to anyone. Royals are also not allowed to eat shrimp, amongst a variety of other foods. So, when Prince Charles announced his engagement to a then 20-year-old Diana Spencer in 1981, the public became infatuated by this relatable new member of the royal family. Princess Diana brought a sense of normalcy to the royal family by breaking royal protocol and pretty much just being unapologetically herself. One of the most notable ways she broke with protocol is in the way she chose to raise her children, Prince William and Prince Harry. From the moment her sons were born, Princess Diana took control. For example, she picked the names of her sons herself. Prince Charles actually wanted to name William and Harry Arthur and Albert, to which Princess Diana responded with simply, "No, too old." She was also the very first royal to ever give birth to a future monarch outside of the home, in a way paving the way for both Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle to select where they wanted to give birth. She was also a very hands-on mom, putting her kids first, traveling with them. Queen Elizabeth never traveled with her children, for example. The modern princess even took her kids to Disney World here in the States. Princess Di even took her sons to McDonald's, quite possibly a first for the British royal family, nonetheless the future King of England. Former royal chef Darren McGrady, who worked for the Queen for 11 years and Diana for 4, told Marie Claire that Princess Diana would often take her boys to the fast food chain. McGrady is quoted as saying, "I remember the princess came into the kitchen one day and said, 'Cancel lunch for the boys, I'm taking them out, we're going to McDonald's,'" McGrady told Marie Claire. Princess Diana, Prince Harry, and Prince William would visit their local McDonald's branch, which still happens to be on the very posh Kensington High Street, by far one of the nicest McDonald's in the world, as it is located in one of the wealthiest areas in London. So, what did they order? Like McGrady, Princess Diana's butler Paul Burrell also confirmed that the trio would frequent the fast food chain, and he gave some further insight into their order and their intimate Saturday nights in. Burrell is quoted as saying, "Diana would take her boys to McDonald's for a Big Mac and fries. The three would stop to visit their local McDonald's on Saturday nights before coming home and watching Blind Date," said Burrell. All three of them would squat on this massive stuffed hippopotamus Diana had sitting in her room. They loved Blind Date, and you'd hear them screaming some things like, "Oh, don't pick him," said Burrell. Sounds like a pretty classic American Saturday night if you ask us. It's no wonder Prince Harry chose to relocate to California. I guess Meghan Markle does not have all to do with his choice of Los Angeles. McGrady, who spoke with Marie Claire back in 2017, told the publication, "Yeah, the boys loved McDonald's and going out for pizza and having potato skins. Sort of the American foods," he said. When we read this quote, we couldn't help but wonder if the princess and her sons were actually ordering the long-forgotten McPizza. Many would be too young to remember the obscure experiment, which began in the mid-1980s when McDonald's began selling pizzas. The McPizza, which we discovered thanks to the podcast Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's, is a long-discontinued item on the McDonald's menu. We spoke with Brian Thompson, host of Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's, who helped shed some light on the whole McPizza ordeal. We asked Thompson if he believes McDonald's offered their pizza in the UK, to which Thompson said yes, McDonald's did serve pizza in the UK for a brief time in the mid-1990s. Uncharacteristically, McDonald's has some official comment on the matter on their UK website, Thompson told us before sharing the link. After checking out the McDonald's site, we learned that the fast food giant was indeed testing 3 flavors in the UK, including cheese and pepperoni, and deluxe, which includes cheese, green pepper, onion, pepperoni, and more. In the UK, the pizzas were each 8 inches, individual style, cut into 4 slices, whereas in the United States and Canada, the pizzas were much larger at 8 slices each. Although it's unclear if the Kensington High Street location was one of the few that served the pizza, Thompson believes it's a possibility, as London was one of the primary markets. It's likely that the trio ordered pizza from McDonald's. However, Prince William and Prince Harry were also big fans of the Happy Meal. When McGrady first heard that Princess Diana was taking the kids to McDonald's, he reacted in the same way any private chef probably would. He's quoted as saying, "Oh my God, Your Highness, I can do that. I can do burgers." To which Princess Diana responded with, "No, the boys want a Happy Meal and a free toy." Towards the end of her marriage, and after receiving incredible scrutiny from the royal family and being constantly followed by the media, Princess Diana would often rely on her sons for support. Sources close to the princess confirmed that she truly treasured her time with William and Harry. Diana's biographer Andrew Morton told Fox News, as the boys got older and became like her counselors and friends, she began to enjoy life a lot more. She was the only one who would criticize those two. Of course, she indulged them. She wanted to be a full, hands-on parent herself. And interestingly, Prince William recently said the same about his own children. He wants them to enjoy a relatively normal upbringing, Morton was quoted as saying. And that included, of course, the occasional Big Mac, potato skins, and quite possibly the McPizza. And in case you were wondering, Thompson has tracked down the very last place in the world where you can still order a McPizza, and it happens to be in Pomeroy, Ohio. If you're wondering what it could possibly taste like, well, Thompson described it as at least as good as Little Caesars. Do you remember the McPizza? Did you try it? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button below and subscribe to our channel. For more stories, check us out online at duchessla.com.